Hello. We're back with the phone method. I'll go back to the camera. I like both, and the lighting's not great because we're at the cocktail hour again. So this morning I didn't talk through the video, but what I did is record a demo of me doing this new three needle bind off technique I figured out. It may exist, I just may not have seen it, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway because it's kind of swanky. I will also, oh, and what you didn't get on the video, here is the finished cowl without the ends hidden. But I also didn't, this isn't blocked yet, but I also didn't um, twist this one. But I lost at Yarn Chicken, sadly. So we'll have a little bit of gold in there, but you know what? You really can't see it from the right side. Just subtly, it's there. And this is going to be on the back of my neck with two other cowls. So I decided not to rip it out because it's never going to show. And there'll be two other cowls stacked on with this. So I have a finished Spring Fairy Ring. I will be knitting two more fairy rings and then three more fairy rings to finish the set for all the seasons. And then when I get home, we'll have gray to do for equinox. But enjoy the little tutorial. It's not our normal coffee morning with Tina, but I did, just so you know, I did record the tutorial at noon. I just didn't record the intro at noon. All right, so Tina's new invented three needle bind off. I invented it myself. It may exist elsewhere, but this is my cast on edge, and this is my live edge. And I've already done a few at the beginning of the row just to practice so I can show you what I'm doing. But so I lay them on top of each other just because we want to keep track of the number of stitches. And then what I'm doing, it's kind of a cross between a Judy's Extra Stretchy and a three needle bind off. So what I'm doing is I go through the next cast on stitch and I essentially pick up a stitch. Okay? And then I go over here to my live stitches and I knit the next stitch on there. So there's a knit. Okay? Now I have 3 stitches on my needle. What I do is I jump over with the middle stitch and jump over with the first stitch, and I now have a bind off stitch. Then I go back to my cast on stitch, go to the next one in the row, pick up a stitch, take that picked up stitch, go over to my live stitches, knit one, bind off, one, bind off, two. Done. Next, go to my cast on side, pick up the next one in the row, pick up that stitch, go to my live stitches, knit, bind off, one, bind off, two. And it makes for a nice loose bind off stitch, and in a sense it's rather decorative too, so I don't even mind having it show. But if you don't want it to show, just flip it over. Let's see if I can get this flipped over without losing my needles. Flip it over and you basically have a fairly invisible bind off. And remember, these are cowls, so they go at the back of your neck. You're never going to see it. Now I'm going to put you on slow motion and I'll finish this. Well, if I can. Let's see. happy knitting and stay caffeinated. Bye.